Welcome everyone, I would like to show you how to use LumaFusion on your iPad. So any iPad model is supported, let's get into it. Okay, let's open up the LumaFusion app and we need to create a project. So in order to create your very first project, in order to do so, you tap on this plus icon, so not the one at the bottom left, the one right next to it. Tap on this and it's going to give you all these options. So you have frame rate, aspect ratio and color space. If you don't know what this means, I'll explain them. So frame rate is how many frames are in a second. So the higher the frame rate, the smoother the video will look. I'm recording this video in 60 FPS. If you tap on the settings icon for this YouTube video, you will see that this is in 60. Now, I recommend you record your videos in 60. However, what you recorded in will depend what you should set here. So if you recorded your video in 30 FPS, you just want to tap on the triple lines here, then select 30. Well, you can really set whatever you would like. I do recommend though, you don't set above 60 FPS because anything above 60 will not be viewable on online video players. Okay, so let's select 60 for me. For you, you're going to set whatever you would like. Then you have the aspect ratio. So most videos are recorded in 16:9. What does that mean? Well, take a look at this video here. Look at my index finger to the far left. You can see, boom, that's the height of the video. And then this is the width of the video. The height and the width is what the aspect ratio means. So it is the ratio between the height and the width. So for me it's 16:9. You can choose whatever you would like. Color space. I recommend you don't bother with this, but if you want to learn, let's learn. So standard rec 709. This default option here is standard dynamic range. So standard dynamic range is what most videos are recorded in on YouTube. This video is an exception. This is in a HDR, which is high dynamic range. So if you did record your video in standard dynamic range, if you don't know if you did or not, that means that you are recording in standard dynamic range, which is SDR. Then you'd want to select here standard rec 709. If you're not sure, again, you can always use based on first video clip added. Now, if you recorded your video in high dynamic range, you most likely know which option to select here, because every option from this one here all the way to the bottom is HDR. So me personally, I'm recording with the P3 D65 HLG color space. So if I were to import media, I'm recording with my camera to the app, then I will choose the HLG option right here, the very bottom. However, for the sake of this video, I'm going to be using SDR footage, so I'll choose standard rec 709. And once you're ready, you just tap on the plus. Now, if you ever want to access the projects menu, tap on this plus icon here, like this area, boom, and it'll show all of your projects. So you can always create a new project if you would like to. It will not erase the old one, okay? So we'll just create a new one for the sake of it. Because when you have multiple projects, you may want to know how to switch between the two. In order to do so, tap on the projects icon, tap on the project you want to switch to, tap on the projects icon again, and it will switch to projects. If we tap on the projects icon again, if you ever want to import your project from a Google Drive, stuff like that, you can tap on import, boom. And then you also have here the duplicate button. This will duplicate the project you selected. In order to see the project you selected, just look at the blue. There's blue there, that means it's selected, boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's tap on this right here. This will optimize and consolidate. So if you have a bunch of clips imported, the file size of the project is going to be high. If you want to reduce the file size, you just tap on optimize and consolidate. It does already say though, this project is already optimized and consolidated, so it's not necessary. If you want to delete a project, very simple, tap on the project, delete, delete, boom, you're good to go. Okay, let's select the project, we'll move out the project menu, and let's import some media. So in order to import media, just tap on the icon here at the top left. It may be different for you, boom, and now we have all these options. So let's select here photos. I'll do all photos and videos. And you see the media here. Just drag, drop in this lighter grey area. Boom. So if you want to import multiple media, let's say I want this video to start, and after it ends, this photo will show up. Then what you do is you move to the end or the timeline by sliding with your finger, drag, and then drop after the previous clip ends. And then boom, you have the video. Once it ends, the photo starts. Now if you want it so you have a video in the background, then you have a video on top. Okay, so on top, which will be overlaid, or it will be picture overlaid, drag and drop on top of the previous clip, So we have the video playing, and while the video is playing, the picture shows up. Now in order to change the length of the photo or the video, just tap on the photo or video, and you'll see this little slider here. So you can slide it to shorten it or increase it on the left hand side, shorten or increase on the right hand side. Okay, how do we import media? So let's say you have media on an SD card externally, or stuff like that. So first of all, make sure that external media is connected to the iPad Pro. Then tap on the triple dots, import media, files app, tap back until you see here this locations. Select the external storage device, select the media, and you'll be good to go. The one downside about this app is you can only select one piece of media at a time, if you heard that correctly. So if I go to like downloads, go select, and I select all this stuff, I tap on done. You see it's not going to do anything, so you do need to tap one by one. A bit annoying, but oh well. So once you have imported your media, it will automatically bring you to the imported media. Now how do you access this area in the future? You just tap on the left icon here, imported, and it'll bring you right there. Now when you are trying to add media, you may be in a situation where if I go to photos, I selected all photos and videos in the past and it remembers that. Well, if I would just want to select photos only or something like that, you just tap on the photos here, boom, you'll be brought back to the home area and you can switch between wherever you would like to go. Okay, we talked about importing media, we talked about the photos, but how do we actually manipulate the media which is right here? So let's start off with a cut. This is what you can use most in video editing. So in order to do a cut, take a look at this blue line here, and you just need to drag to wherever you need to go on the media. So a little tip, if you need to drag to where you need to go faster, use two fingers, two-finger pinch, group together, zoom out, separate the fingers to zoom in. Okay, that's how you zoom in, zoom out on the timeline. So we'll slide across, let's say here, and let's say I want to cut, you see where it shows balance there? I want to cut that balanced thing from showing up. So we're going to start the clip where that blue line is right before, where we want to cut. We'll tap on the cut icon here with the scissors, boom. We'll slide to where that little icon stops. We'll tap on the cut icon again. And you can see nothing changed, but actually things did change. So you can see we've now separated this media from the other media. And so what we do is we tap on this area, which we cut, and we tap on delete, and now we have the proper cut. So remember earlier, we had that balance thing show up. Now it doesn't. You can see, boom, because we cut it out, okay? Now if you do double tap on the media, you do have a bunch of options here. Just tap on each icon individually. You have a bunch of options, so you can use this to drag and drop. You have more precise controls here if you do need to use them. You have cropping as well, so you can crop, fit mode, all that good stuff. If we go to here, you have the speed options. You have the stabilizer options, advanced strength, scale, stuff like that. You can change the color range here. You then have the manual audio options. The most important part is the gain, so if you need to increase the audio gain, boom. You can tap on the edit icon to do things manually as well. Now you do have all these advanced stuff. If you know what you're doing there, then you're going to know. If you don't know, you're not going to know. Then you have the preset option, so you have color presets, user LUTs, light work, stuff like that. So this will change the color range, manipulate the video. You can play around with these. You can also import any preset you would like here, and then you can also save a preset. So if you did create a custom preset, you can always change that as well. So let's go to the home page here, and let's talk about keyframes. So I think this is going to be important for most people to learn. You may not care about this, but keyframes allows you for the videos to start at one end, and then you have options that you change at the end, and then in between the two, those options gradually change. So let's take a look at this right here. This is a photo. I want to create a keyframe so that the photo zooms in to the 15 logo, okay? How would I do that? We're going to double tap on the media and it'll bring us to this view. You see, this is the timeline. We're going to bring it to the very beginning. Of course, where you want the keyframe to start, just drag it there. We're going to tap on the plus icon here for the keyframe, and our keyframe has been created. We're then going to go to when we want the keyframe to end, so we'll just drag here. We're going to tap on plus again to create the end of the keyframe, and then we're going to do our manipulation. So we want the 15 to be zoomed into, so we're going to zoom in, boom, and I think it would be better if I use the manual slider, boom, boom, there we go. Okay, so it's going to start, zoomed out, and zoomed in. Let's go back, let's take a look at what I did. So we'll start, go to the start, we'll tap on the play, and there you go, you can see it's going to zoom in. That's how you do the keyframes. Okay, how do we add animations? How do we add text? So we'll tap on this left icon here, top left, we have transitions. So you have a bunch of transitions here, you can scroll down to see even more. I don't think the transitions in LumaFusion are very good, but you know what, they get the job done. So if you tap on a transition, it will show a preview of how it works with AB. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag and drop the transition to where it begins. And so if I just bring the timeline to the beginning, play, you can see it adds a little effect to the beginning. Now if you want to increase the duration of the effect, tap on the purple here, that's the transition you added, then drag it across to increase its length. So let's take a look at this. So the thing on top is blocking, so let's just move that out of the way. Go like this. And there you go, you can see that transition effect. Let's say you want to remove the transition effect, tap on it, then tap on delete. And it won't delete the actual clip itself, it will just delete the effect. Okay, let's talk about the cutting and pasting. So if you just want to duplicate something immediately, tap on this icon here to duplicate, boom, and you now have another clip here. So we'll just delete this one. Now tap on the clip you want to select, and if you tap on this button here, you can have the clipboard. So you see nothing to paste, we have the option to copy, cut and paste. So cut is where you just, let's just tap on it, okay. It's going to remove the clip, and then we go to the clipboard, we tap on paste, you can see it's going to paste it in a different location. If we tap on the clipboard, we tap on copy, it's going to keep the original file, and then when we go to paste, boom, you can see it's essentially being duplicated twice. If I zoom out, you can see 1, 2, just like that, okay. Now the plus, so if you want to add an overlay title directly, right here you can. You also have the voiceover here. So let's do the voiceover, we'll tap on it. You're going to see a preview here of what you're doing. You're going to see ready, which doesn't mean you're recording, it just means you're ready to go, okay. You can see the preview. You have the triple dots to change the gain. Sample rate, which is the quality of the audio, just change it, keep it as it is. Channels, you have mono, which basically means no surround sound, so the audio will just sound like it comes from one direction. Stereo means it will come from multiple directions, left and right, okay. Tap on the X, and if you want to dismiss, just tap on this X icon here, so it won't save any changes. If you want to start the recording, tap on this circle, they give you a time down, 3, 2, 1, boom, you can see, and then it's going to start the recording. So you can see the red, this is where you're recording the audio. Tap on the blue to stop, and then tap on the tick if you're done. If you're not happy, tap on the X. If you want to retry, tap on the, if you see the retry icon, and then you have the play button to play what you did. So we'll tap on done. And there we go, we have that audio right there in the background. Now I didn't probably cover overlaying clip. So I did show you earlier, you can just drag and drop a clip on top of the previous one. And you can see here, if I zoom in, you have the current clip playing, and while this clip is playing, this will also be playing. Now what you may not know is if this clip on top covers multiple clips, this is one clip, this is the second clip, if I were to delete this clip, it will also delete this clip, okay. This is very important to keep in mind. So if I go boom, you can see that clip on top will be deleted. If you do something by mistake, just tap on the undo icon here, the top left, top right, or right area even, and then you also have the redo here. So that's just something to keep in mind, okay. If you want to keep this clip on top, just drag and drop, so where the second clip starts, and you'll be good to go. When you delete, that clip on top stays perfectly fine. So now let's render the video. In order to do so, tap on the share, you have movie, audio only, these are the most important parts, then you have the project package. So this one actually render the video, it will just be used as a project. So we'll tap on movie, you have the destinations, you can tap on the plus to change the social media platform, so tap on photos, and now you have all the settings. So it will automatically set stuff for you, but you can manually edit it. So say the resolution, tap on the triple lines. You can lower the resolution if you want to increase it. Video quality, so bitrate, okay. If you're uploading a YouTube video, use max 20 Mbps, so web would be the best option. Audio quality, you can increase that, reduce it. You have the codec, okay. If you are doing, HDR footage, H.265, otherwise use H.264. If you don't know what option to choose, just select H.264. I'll just allow LumaFusion to choose the option for you. You don't have file format. I recommend you set this to MP4, and then you're going to see what's required, and then you have the export button. Tap on this, and now it's going to do the export. So you just got to wait for this to finish, okay? And once it's finished, it will save to the Photos app. So this, gives you the basics for the LumaFusion. That shows you how to use it. So with that being said, thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye bye.